Hi, Assalamualaikum. So this will be the first video for this year, but there are slightly some changes that I want to make. Before this, I shared about my craft, about my handmade product like crochet and a lot of things related to handmade things. But after taking a break, I think that I'm not only want to share about the craft. Craft is my thing. I don't think that I can live without craft. But part of me also want to share the story, especially things that happened in my life during my 20s. There are a lot of things that I learned, and there are a lot of things that I need to unlearn along the way in order to figure out life. So for me, during my 20 was the very hard years for me. There were a lot of things that going on in my life that I need to figure out, that push me to grow, that push me to think further, that push me to be someone else, that push me to find a way out of this chaos. And I believe that those stories can resonate with a lot of people because we are in a age where everything is new. We need to grow, we need to find money, we need to support ourselves, and on top of that, in my case, I need to take care of my family, which is something that I don't know that I can do, especially at the age of 20 plus. It was a big thing for me because I'm just a kid at that time. I don't know a lot of things. So now I'm in my 30.
Tak suka tu.
I want to share this. I want to share the thing that
Video tu
I
comel.
learned, the thing that I wish I knew, so that I don't fall into that hole, if you know what I mean. Okay. So in this video, I want to talk about sadness. It's jumping, right? I think if you are stick to this video along the line, you will see that everything that happened in our life is actually push us to grow, even though the sadness. So if you are in this period of your life where you know that you are breathing, but you are not living, this video is about you. I wrote this during a period of my life where I feel overwhelmed by sadness I couldn't explain, as I don't know what I was feeling. But with time and small steps, I begin to feel light and easy again. The video clip that you will see in this video were taken last year. If I remember correctly, it was around August when I visited my hometown. I absolutely love it here. The beach is nearby and the nature surrounding really resonate with my soul. Life here moves at a slower pace, which is a refreshing contrast to living in Kuala Lumpur, where everything feels rushed. In this video, you will see some of the places I visited: a local nursery, a peaceful evening drive by the beach, and quiet moment enjoying nature. I hope you enjoy the scenes. As I also will talk about more personal topic, which is sadness, and how we can find way to cope with it or escape from it. This is my story, and I hope it reminds you that you are not alone and the healing does not have to be loud to be real. Sadness, can it be measured? Can it be seen, touched, or weighed? Or it is something we only recognize once it's already taken root. Sadness does not knock on the door. It just slips in quietly, layer by layer. And then one day it became part of you. You don't even know how or when it started. So there are one line in Taylor Swift song, which I forget the title, but the line goes along the way like, how much sadness do you think I have in me? And this one particular line resonate with me so much. For years, I feel the weight in my chest. is heavy, is unspoken. I ask myself, what is this? Why am I feeling this way all the time? But there are no answer. I couldn't name it as I didn't recognize the feeling that I felt. I tried to push it down. But sadness, when ignored, does not leave. It settled in. And before I knew it, it became part of me. And I just
Alah ada
forget
lah.
how to be easy. I just forget how to be okay. I remember there were nights where I just lying in my bed with pressure on my chest that never left. Somehow I wake up with it also. The job that I had
Kau
became the
belanja
main
apa ni?
burden, but I bury myself in it.
Ada.
The task, the schedule, the checklist, I do it all and I do it well. There was no time to rest or even think for what is good for me. I try to enjoy the weekend, which is it should be the time for me to spend with myself to unwind, but I find it really difficult. I'm living with my family. I need to take care of them. And even though spending time with my mom or my family, it feels more like an obligation than rather than a time to enjoy. Sitting at a restaurant with her, having a meal, I feel disconnected, like I was somewhere else, mentally floating away, constantly anxious that I'm not good enough, that I'm wasting my time. And I think to myself, why cannot I feel present? Why does everything feel so heavy? Why does everything feel like an obligation? And after years of feeling that, I know that I cannot take it anymore. And in 2023, that is the year that I feel I cannot push it anymore. I reached my
Tunggu
point.
batu.
Somehow, in that chaos, I say to myself,
Pak
I
kakak
didn't
kasihan
want
ni
to live
kakak
this
ni.
way anymore. And one day I realized something has to change. Not everything, just
Ya.
something. I don't know what it is, but I know that I need to change my life to have a better life. So I take a step back to think. That is when I started to make space for little things. I always love crafting.
Okay, benda.
I love trying new things. I love reading. I love experimenting, especially trying new things like trying new project like making a tote bag, like I don't know, making something new,
Okay.
something that made me excited, especially things that involve with texture, colors, pattern, those things made
Tu.
me feel so
Tu
alive.
awak pagi tu suka bau.
And after I realized that, I let myself do it again. I don't care what I don't care about what people say because I know that those things make me feel me. And it remind me that there are still joy in myself. And without me knowing, those small escapes started to add up, little by little. The sadness didn't feel as heavy. And I didn't suddenly wake up healed, but I began to wake up with something more than heaviness. I began to wake up with hope. Now I know that the journey of finding yourself back don't have to be perfect. You don't have to wait for the perfect moments to start feeling better. You just need something small, meaningful that belong to you. Take time with yourself, like
Kau cepat
walking in
mana
the
kalau
sun,
lili ni?
like listening to a favorite song,
Ha?
or a quiet hour to write, to draw, or to rest. Because
Ada.
this thing is not escape from
Sikit.
life. This thing is life. Now, as I gain this clarity, I can say that everything is okay. They are lighter. I have found something worth holding on. And I also want you to know, even if you are still don't know what you are feeling, but you feel the weight, just know that you can stay make space for peace. You can stay reclaim pieces of yourself. And you deserve to feel light again. It is really important for you to find your own small escape from this chaotic life. If this video resonates with you, I want you to know you are not alone in this. Healing is not a straight line, and you don't have to rush it. Just start small, start somewhere. If this faith gives you a little hope today, I hope you will stay. Subscribe if you like to join me on this journey. We take a quiet breath at a time.
Merah.
Tak apa ni kau baru baca ya. Tapi pokok ni dia kurang panah kan. Dia nak panah lagi.
Nak panah lagi?
Kita seksa tahu je pun.